it's the first time that we've actually launched a production car at the same venue where we actually hope to do well, of course, with the race car. So as a matter of fact, the race car was launched a little bit before the production car, but now finally here it is in the metal, the new top of the range for BMW, but also for us in design an important car because it marks a next chapter in our design language. Yeah, BMW brand is going to launch 6 or 7 new cars in the next 12 months. And with that, in design, we saw a great opportunity to completely modernize the look and feel of the entire brand. And in that way, we're going to actually reduce the amount of lines. The lines that we're going to keep are going to be sharper, crisper than ever before. And actually, when you reduce the form language, the details matter that much more. And you're going to see a lot more variation in things like grills, headlamps, tail lamps and so on. So we're actually going to widen the palette also in our product portfolio. Well, to me the profile is key because this is a car that we like to think of as a gentleman's racer, the true sports car. Now BMW, as you know, has done many coupes before. Typically they were derived from a sedan, and you could tell because it was a 3-box architecture. This car is really a unique piece of engineering and design. It has a fastback architecture, a fast roof line. So it is a car that communicates the driving dynamics, I think, far more than ever before. And also in things like this body side sculpture, you begin to see what we mean with this new form language, which is more reduced and sharper than ever before. It was clear from the onset that this car was going to really be the top end of the range. It is also now communicated that it's going to be a whole group of cars. We're going to do a convertible, we're going to do a Gran Coupe, and you've seen a preview of that in our Geneva show car. All of these cars, I believe, are going to be far more exotic, far more emotional than previous products, and that I think is very cool for the top end of the BMW brand. Well, if you look in our history now over 100 years, then you'll see that actually our grille, as iconic as it always has been, has taken very different shapes and sizes in the past. For a car like this, which is so sporty, we of course chose to make it fairly horizontal, very wide, and at the angles actually it grows wider towards the bottom, and that plants the car quite firmly on the road. The car looks like it wants to eat the road ahead, and actually only the race car tops that. I think you've seen that too. New technology allows us to make both front lamps and tail lamps a lot slimmer than before. In the front you'll see laser light and then of course daytime running light in LED technology. That makes the front lights much slimmer. And in the rear we took almost a little bit of inspiration from the design of the BMW i8. There the lights are extremely slim, the air even goes through it. We don't do that here, but the lights become more sculptural. They stand proud a little bit of the car itself, and again it is LED technology that allowed us to do it. In the interior, I agree. I mean, of course there we cleaned up a lot. Our cars are becoming more and more intelligent. That means that we could reduce the amount of switches. I think we have a very good balance between touch functionality and hard keys. The cockpit is completely digital, paired to a head-up display, of course, which is really, once you've used it, you never want to get rid of it. So I think also in the interior we've modernized the car tremendously, and you'll see that also in the next 12 months. I would say a gentleman racer would be the ideal customer, because this is a car that of course has to exude luxury. It is the very top end of our brand, but it can be driven extremely sporty. You'll find out when you get the test ride.